Easy does it. Wow, according to Caltech, that's a 5-1 on the Richter scale. What's going on here tonight?
They're great.
Speaking of the Richter, this has been a month of natural disasters. We've had earthquakes, Santa Ana winds, Vanna White's acting debut. No, come on. Last 2 weeks, we've had 2 earthquakes here in Southern California. You getting a little tired of earthquakes? I bought a pair of shoes today with the Velcro soles. You look like an old elf. What green? Give me a break. What is this?
What are you talking about?
A grown man his age wearing a green suit.
Well, I'm getting ready for St. Patrick's Day tomorrow.
Isn't that somewhere? Isn't St. Patrick's Day happened some time ago?
Gee, I don't know. I thought it was tomorrow.
That's all you have, huh? You talk with George Bush. He doesn't know where it is either. You don't go Christmas shopping? Christmas is getting a little commercial, don't you think? I mean, the stores are selling things right now that you don't want at 3 times the prices of what you can buy them for when you don't want them in January. Today is December 7th. I know because George Bush called me to wish me happy Groundhog Day.
You love it.
Well, it's that time of the year when the jolly red fat man brings cheer to all over the world. Personally, I think Gorbachev is overrated. Did you see the news this morning? Gorbachev is in New York City. They are going crazy. They call it Gorby-mania in the Big Apple. Millions of people lining the streets to see the guy. I don't quite get it. You know, he looks like Ed Asner wearing Carl Malden's hat. Doesn't he? Did you see the motorcade coming out of Kennedy Airport? 45 cars in the motorcade, and they knew they were in trouble because there are only 20 parking spaces in all of New York City. Let's see, Gorbachev spoke at the UN this morning. Did you watch,
Yes.
Did you really? Yes. You don't have to say if you didn't.
I did.
It's not important. He said, I'm quoting now, he said he's reducing troops 1.5. Gorbachev says, I'm getting out of Poland, I'm getting out of Afghanistan, I'm getting out of Czechoslovakia. A cab driver jumped up and says, get out of New York, I can't get cross town. I'm actually wearing those shoes now. You see? Gorbachev, I think, was planning on meeting with Donald Trump, wasn't he? Yeah, Gorbachev wanted to meet the only man who's taken more by force than he has. He seems like a nice man. Gorbachev said he wanted to be treated like any other tourist, so they stole his bags. Anyway, they had what am I laughing at? I know what's coming. They had an informal luncheon on Governor's Island, which is right out in the East River, and 3 world leaders were there. It was a great luncheon. Gorbachev had his interpreter. Ronald Reagan had his 3x5 cards, and Bush had his lips. No, somebody groaned over here. Who groaned? Eject the person who groaned. Everybody was at the UN for Gorbachev's speech today. The only people who couldn't get in were Dan Quayle and Arafat. Some interesting things he said during the speech, though. Gorbachev said that he thought they're going to cut the Russian troops in half. He said by 1992, the Russian army would only have 1 tank, and Michael Dukakis would be driving it. Now, Gorbachev is not in a big, what's the normal limousine they use, a Lincoln Continental or a Cadillac? They brought his own limousine from Russia. It is called the Zill. Did you know that? People would be able to see him better if he bought the limo with a glass top, which is known as the window Zill. I know, it was worth it, though. The window Zill. Okie dokie. Now, Tommy Lasorda, the manager of the Dodgers, was on the show about 6 weeks ago, after the Dodgers, of course, won the World Series. And we talked about Tommy Lasorda's restaurant. I guess he opened a couple of restaurants. Well, yesterday, apparently one of the restaurants was closed down. Apparently, some of the people who go to inspect said they had a problem with rodent residents. Yeah, and they closed it down. Tommy defended himself pretty well. He said, saw him on the news today. He said, hey, nobody ever complains about the mice at Disneyland. Look, you want the window Zill joke again? Take this one. How much else going on? You might have read today, the Burbank Fire Department just located a new headquarters in Burbank. They're on the 27th floor of the Harding building. And in 2 weeks, a dozen firemen have worn out their pants sliding down the pole. I don't know. I'm still chuckling at the window Zill. Now, here's a news item that you probably saw in the news today. The space shuttle Atlantis landed today, touched down in California, after its secret mission. They keep saying this is a secret mission. And I've been reading in high school newspapers for the past 2 weeks that they went up to put out a spy satellite, right? It was in every news. It's a secret mission. I found a model of the spy satellite in my cereal box this morning. It seems the poor Jim Baker's troubles never end. Yeah. Sad today, apparently Jim Baker was indicted by the grand jury for siphoning off money from the PTL and faces up to 120 years in prison. And he started to cry. And reporters said, are you thinking of about 120 years away from Tammy? He said, no, I'm thinking about an early parole. Windows in. Okay.
Did you see the size of the lapels on that jacket? Look at the lapels.
Big lapels.
Now, those lapels are something that went back to what, the 60s?
Sure.
Those are 60s lapels.
You can make another suit out of one lapel.
These are modern lapels.
Actually, I like the outfit. It's a good-looking outfit. But you can wear that.
That's why I bought it, because I actually like it.
Okay, okay. Anyway, tonight Carl Reiner's here. We have Kathleen Hicks and Zoda Kroger, a big band fan. She was very, very testy letter we got from her.
Pretty upset with you.
Oh, she was pretty upset with me, because I didn't let Doc and the band play, and when they did play, I didn't let them finish the number. And she got a little steam, so we invited Miss Kroger to come here tonight and talk to her. What is it, Fred?
I'm not sure we'll have time for the number, Charlie.
Already?
No. Anyway, have you started watching? The Christmas specials are on television already.
Yes.
Now, usually they waited a little longer before they started, but now right after the Rose Parade, Christmas specials. Would you like to hear a list of some of them? Thank you very much. Bob Hope has got a jolly Christmas show with Dolly Parton, Don Johnson, Lawrence Griffin Joyner, and Dodger pitcher Orel Hershiser. Obviously, Brooke Shields was busy. The Snowman, an animated short about a boy's special relationship with a snowman he builds. I don't believe you would even consider. I mean, come on. It said a boy's special relationship with a... With the snowman he builds. I don't even want to, don't even get in. I'll Be Home for Christmas is another one. Pearl Bailey and Annie Potts swap stories and holiday recipes. And Miss Ruby's Southern holiday dinners. On the cable, you can see Santa's magic toy bag. The story.
What a crowd.
The story of a clumsy elf who makes shreds of Santa's sack of goodies only minutes before St. Nick is slave-bound on his annual run. The Christmas wife, a lonely widowed architect, faces his first Christmas alone. That doesn't cheer you up. Here's one, A Hobo's Christmas, with Barnard Hughes as a drifter who pays a surprise visit to the embittered son he deserted years before. And a lot of musical specials, John Denver's Christmas in Aspen, a Peter, Paul, and Mary holiday concert, and the King's Family holiday special. You know, I still remember one I fell down laughing. Dean Martin's Christmas at Marineland. I mean, it just made no sense at all. The gold diggers were out dancing in the dolphins, and Dean is singing Jingle Bell, Jingle Bell, and Marineland. There's the in case you forgot the true meaning of the holiday season, there's the Candid Camera Christmas special and Pee Wee Herman's Christmas special. Those are some of them. We checked in. Those are the ones we've seen advertised. Here's some others we found out they have not yet listed. Don King, Michael Landon, and Willie Nelson are teaming up for a holiday variety special. Ask me what it's called.
What's it called?
God rest ye hairy gentlemen. Oprah Winfrey hosts a special set in New York City in which Oprah goes off her diet, pours 200 gallons of dressing on the Rockefeller Center tree, and wolfs it down with a giant salad fork. It's called Miracle Whip on 34th Street. A First Family Christmas. Visions of sugar plums dance in Ron's head during a cabinet meeting nap while Nancy hangs up the stocking she borrowed from Oscar de la Renta. It's kind of a... Dick Clark's Bandstand Memories. In this nostalgic hour, Dick recalls his very first Christmas in show business as host of Bethlehem Bandstand. Phil Donahue is going to break some new ground with his Christmas special. I Saw Mommy Cross-Dressing Santa Claus, in which Phil sees what it's like to be Mrs. Claus by donning his gay apparel. I think it'd be good. An RJR Nabisco Christmas. The giant conglomerate moves its headquarters to the North Pole, lays off Santa, and introduces a new breakfast cereal, Nabisco Shredded Elves. Ooh, too tough, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. How about Cher's Uninhibited Christmas? In this touching holiday tale, Cher wakes up Christmas morning and finds she's been so naughty all year, Santa has left a lump of coal in her exposed navel. Here's a special starring Ed you didn't know about. You may be already having a Merry Christmas. Let's see. Robin Givens has a Christmas special. I'm Dreaming of a Green Christmas, in which he plays a girl who doesn't find a bicycle under the tree and hits Santa with a $125 million breach of contract suit. Here's one, hard-hitting Christmas special. Christmas in Your Face. Morton Downey Jr. pokes Santa in the chest, with his cigarette, lights his beard, and threatens to roast his chestnuts on an open fire. And the very first animated talk show Christmas special, Geraldo, the Broken-Nosed Reindeer. We'll be right back. Stay where you are. Prevented your seeing it, so I'll try again. Many of us out here are music lovers, writes Mrs. Grogan. One Friday night, I watched your repartee with Doc, and when Doc said, while the camera's on me, why not let the band play a tune? Doc definitely gestured toward the boys in the band, known to the world, she says, as the Tonight Show Band. That's true. From your desk, you said, next week. Then you added, tongue-in-cheek, Monday night. Of course, Doc is aware, as we all are, that you're off on Monday nights. Come on, Johnny, give us a break. We've waited a long time to see this band perform on your show. Why don't you do it? And there's one little thing in the excerpt here I like. She says, she tuned in Wednesday. I made myself comfortable in my lazy boy, awaiting the show. With pounding heart, trembling hands, I was practically drooling. I was as eager as an 18-year-old virgin on her wedding night.